everyone, you are welcome back to another edition of our program. This morning we are going to look at issues concerning the regular visit of politicians, especially those from APC. Aim is to influence judges handling sensitive cases. It is widely remembered that the election of the former President Muhammadu Buhari election that brought in military dictatorship and coup plotting within the polity of Nigeria. In 2015, the APC government since 2015 had been a militant government that led to false allegations when their victims refused to comply with their requests. Let us reflect back to what took place in 2016 October in the Vanguard publication, where it is stated, I quote, "Crackdown on judges, reactions, trail Justice Okoro's bombshell," unquote. Then the question is, what was the bombshell? The bombshell is concerned with the polity of Nigeria. The way Nigerian politicians, especially those associated with APC, when they want to rig elections or intimidate their opponents or crack down on those they believe is their problem within the polity of Nigeria. Let us digress a little bit about what took place that made the judge, Justice Okoro, to make the above statement, stopping those politicians who marooned in the night to influence the judges. When they refuse, they become victims of their own refusal. Let us quote Vanguard of 20th October 2016 on what we are talking about now. The polity was awash with mixed views yesterday over Justice Okoro's allegation that his travels in the hand of DSS was in connection with the alleged desire of presidency and the ruling All Progressive Congress APC to win Rivers, Akwa Ibom, and Abia State election appeals. The allegation then was that, quote, that Rotimi Amechi, who was then the transport minister, visited him in his residence and pleaded with him to help ensure that the APC won election appeals in the affected states, that is, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, and Abia State, unquote. This is Rotimi Amechi working in the night sleeplessly to ensure that APC took over Rivers State, Akwa Ibom, and Abia State in 2015 election that brought Muhammad Buhari and his group into power in 2015. Indeed, all the judges that refused to accept the gift and fulfill the request of the TBK Amechi's led mission to the judges resident in the night became victims of arrest using the DSS of Nigeria, that is, Nigerian Secret Police, to witch hunt those who refuse to hand over Akwa Ibom State, Rivers State, and Abia State to APC. The justices arrested by APC group included Justice John Okoro and Sylvester Nkuta of the Supreme Court and former Chief Judge of Enugu State, Innocent Umezulike. Others are Nnamdi Dimba and Adeniyi Ademola of the Federal High Court, Abuja, Kabiru Auta from Kano, Muazu Pediga of Federal High Court in Gombe. The question is, how did they confirm these allegations about the former transport minister, TBK Amechi, that visited the residence to influence the judgment? Let us see how the information was leaked to the Chief Justice of the Federation, and the Chairman of the National Judicial Council, NJC, Justice Muhammadu Mahmood, having had enough from the DSS and the government of APC that aggressively needed Akwa Ibom State, Abia State, and Rivers State, having made its route to Imo State and installed Governor Hope Uzodinma. The report was against APC and the visit of Rotimi Amechi in the night, the former transport minister, who pleaded with the justice to ensure that APC won election abuse in the affected states, unquote. Then the Senate waded into the matter and what was the outcome and who decided what happened in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Guess what? The Senate was about to conduct the investigation according to Chairman Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, Senator David Umaru, APC Northeast, stated that the judges would appear to make personal explanations. What then happened with the militant APC president and their ministers? Then this is the presidential reaction. Quote, reacting to Justice Okoro's allegation, Chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, Professor Ise Sage, SAN, urged the embattled justice to defend himself against the charges leveled against him, unquote. Ise Sage stated, I quote, it is unbecoming of Justice Okoro, even if that happened, and with all that has happened to him, he should consider his status too senior to start saying that a little boy prompted me one thing and I did not accept, unquote. He blamed the justice and said, I quote, what he is saying is irrelevant because that is not the issue for which he is being tried. The question is, what was he being tried for? This is how the APC ruined the integrity of judges when they refuse to give justice to them. Ise Isage, who is also SAN, blamed the judge, stating that he is too senior to start saying that Amechi told me to do this and I refuse, unquote. This is the position that they are trying again to put the judge who is handling the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The decisions should be made by the judge himself and not allow those distractors, those who work in the night, disturbing the residence of judges, to influence the decision. Justice Inyan Okoro, having overwhelmingly dislodged the APC tactics and influence, is still today the judge and the justice of the Federal Supreme Court of Nigeria. The presidency blamed Justice Inyan Okoro for disclosing Amechi's tendencies, which amounted to judicial interference, influence, and also diversion of the judgment of the Supreme Court to favor APC in Abia State, Akwa Ibom State, and the Rivers State. This showed how the APC government are using, or we are using, the DSS to harass innocent citizens and invade homes. Example of such included that of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Other victims of APC DSS invasions in Nigeria. According to Prince Dayo Adeyeye, I quote, this allegation against the former governor of Rivers State and now Minister of Transport, Honorable Rotimi Amechi, has again vindicated us that there are so many corrupt leaders and members of APC, but due to party affiliation and their huge contributions to the Buhari presidency, are seen as sacred cows and shielded from persecution, unquote. That that is APC, Nigerian politics and governance. This is on the verge to repeat itself in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why the Justice James Omotosho had to borrow from Justice Okoro of Nigerian Supreme Court. His experience is huge, and Justice James Omotosho should borrow from this. The APC group are militant and want everything they want from the judiciary without minding the separation of powers, because they provide the money for the judiciary, they control the judiciary, they make approval for the appointment of the judges. So this is very, very huge. But kudos to Justice Okoro, who resisted the APC and Rotimi's Amechi's tendencies. With this, we come to the end of this very program. Thank you for watching. Do not fail to subscribe, like, share, comment, and give us thumb up. That is very, very important. Thank you, and God bless you all. Till we come to you with another edition of our program. Bye.